Welcome to another inland seafood training. Please remain quiet throughout the entire training so all employees are able to hear and learn. If you have not yet signed the roll, please do so prior to returning to work. Today we will be discussing the review of hazard analysis and critical control points. We know this as HACCP. What is HACCP? HACCP is an acronym for Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point. HACCP is a system of food safety controls that was developed in the 1960s as a spin-off of the U.S. space program. The government wanted to be sure that the food provided to the astronauts would not make them sick while in space. Food had to be clear of any bacteria, toxins, chemicals, and/or foreign material. As a result, HACCP was developed to eliminate these types of hazards and produce the safest food possible. Now, HACCP has been adapted by the food industry all over the world and is critically needed to ensure the safe production of food. Currently, all food manufacturing companies must have HACCP plans in place. This is required by the FDA and USDA, which is also known as the Department of Agriculture. HACCP is broken up into two different components: hazard analysis and critical control points. Hazard analysis are conducted to determine what critical control points are needed to safely produce a food product. Critical control points are the steps in the flow of food that will prevent, eliminate, or reduce the hazard to an acceptable level. What hazards are HACCP plans trying to eliminate? There's biological hazards, staph, E. coli, listeria, anything that would cause foodborne illnesses. There's chemical hazards, bleach, soap, even allergens. And there's also physical hazards, glass, metal, plastic. Seven principles of HACCP. Principle number 1, conduct a hazard analysis. What can go wrong? A hazard analysis is an analysis that is conducted to determine what could possibly become an issue while processing a product. Principle number 2, determine critical control points, the most important steps. The critical control points are the steps where the control measure must be used to prevent, eliminate, or reduce the hazard to an acceptable level. Principle number 3, establish critical limits, the boundaries of safety. These are the safety limits that separate the acceptable from the unacceptable. Principle number 4, establish monitoring procedures, the control measures. Put checks and balances in place to be sure CCPs stay in control and limits are not exceeded. Principle number 5, establish corrective actions. How to fix the problem. Decide what you will do when the critical limits have been exceeded. Principle number 6, establish verification procedures. Proof that your plan works. This is a way to verify what you are doing is actually working. Principle number 7, establish record keeping and documentation procedures. Show your work. Develop a record to document the monitoring of your critical control points. Remember, what you do not document does not happen. So, to review, a hazard is an issue or a problem. A critical control point is the point at which the problem can be controlled. Now let's take our quiz. Write your name first and last in the slot where it says name. Next, you're going to write today's date. Circle the inland company that you work for. And last, circle the shift that you work on. Number 1, the purpose of HACCP is to A, make you do more work, B, eliminate potential hazards from food to make it safe to eat, C, clean equipment properly, or D, none of the above. Eliminate potential hazards from food to make it safe to eat. Number 2, HACCP records must be A, accurate, B, signed, C, dated, or D, all of the above. D, all of the above. Number 3, a critical control point, CCP, is A, identifying hazards and preventative measures, B, a point, step, or procedure in the food process at which a hazard can be controlled, C, product sampling and testing, or D, all of the above. B, a point, step, or procedure in the food process at which a hazard can be controlled. Number 4, which U.S. government agencies require HACCP? A, United States Department of Agriculture, known as the USDA. B, Food and Drug Administration, known as the FDA. C, both A and B, or D, neither A or B. both A and B. Number 5. Which type of hazard is the cause of foodborne illness? A. Physical. B. Biological. C. Chemical. Or D. None of the above. Biological.